A very good morning to you all and welcome to the new initiative of IQ classes. Today we are going to discuss about the 5G technologies, and this is going to be the first lecture of the Science and Tech at our channel. So keep watching and don't forget to subscribe this channel and press the bell icon so that you never miss any update. Now, while starting the 5G technologies, we are here to discuss about four major aspects of 5G technologies. That is, what is exactly the 5G technology is, and the revolution which is going to be created after the implementing of 5G technologies. You have heard that after implementing the 5G technology, a huge revolution is going to be created. So we saw here that what type of revolution is going to be created. Now the third perspective of this 5G technologies lecture is that what is the benefit, what benefit is going to be all the people is going to be gain after implementation of 5G technology. And lastly, we will discuss about the challenges. What are the challenges, what exactly the challenges going to be faced while implementation of 5G technologies. So while starting the 5G technologies video, first of all, what exactly the 5G technology is? What is the 5G technology? Okay. What is the 5G technologies? Here, I think you all are aware of the previous generations, that is 1G, 2G, 3G, 4G. These are the generations which have been passed, and these are the generations which time after time this generation is going to be implemented and evolved. First of all, 1G generation came. When the 1G generation, that is first generation, came, only the facility of calling, only calling facility is available. No, there is not any type of text message or any type of browsing or internet facility is not available at the time of 1G generation or the first generation. When after that the evolution is happened and the second generation came. When second generation came, in this generation, text messaging available, text messaging available. After the evolution of second generation, after the first generation, facility of text messaging is involved. And after the second generation, when the technologies is increased and the facility is carried on, then the third generation came. And third generation, in third generation, the browsing, in third generation, the facility of browsing or internet facility is internet facility provided. So in third generation, after the calling, text messaging and the browsing, the third generation, after the second generation, when third generation came, a small revolution you can about the past, we can say that a large revolution came after the you think when there was a system of only calling and text messaging, when there is evolution of internet, when there is evolution of browsing, then you should think that what type of revolution revolution occurred, and the third generation is propelled. Now after the evolution of third generation, fourth generation came, 4G. And you all are aware, some students or some how you all are not aware of calling and first generation and second generation, but I think you all are aware of third generation and fourth generation, 3G and 4G. Mostly you all are aware, maximum awareness you have about the 4G. And you saw about the revolution came after the 4G generation evolution. Now when 4G came, the browsing became fast. The video calling, ultra HD, HD video calling facility came, browsing fast, ultra type of high quality of communication established. Now when the 4G, 1G came, after that 2G came, after that 3G and 4G, in this series, now the time is going to be changed, and the revolution, the period of revolution or the period of extension of the technologies is occurred. And now this is the time of 5G technology. This is the time of 5G technology, and 5G technology is going to be occurred. Now what is 5G technologies? 5G technologies is the next generation after the 4G, fourth generation. And when 5G came, it will provide us. Now if we saw especially about 5G technology, it gives us high data rate, or you can say data rate or the data speed. this high data rate, this speed is going to be of 1 GB, 1 Gbps. 1 Gbps. You all are aware of the 4G fourth generation data speed, which is maximum you gain up to 20 Mbps, 30 Mbps, or maximum 40, 50 Mbps. But 5G, this is going to be 50 or 10 to 100 times the 4G data speed, and it is going to be the 1 Gbps or the 1024 Mbps of this speed. Okay, so first of all, 5G will provide us high data speed, and second, ultra low latency. Now, what is the term latency? Latency means the time lapse, the time gap between the input and getting the output while browsing the internet. When you enter anything on the Google or for browsing, then the time gap between you give the input and you get output, the time gap between these processes is called a latency. In 5G generation, in fifth generation, the latency will be ultra low, and it will be of 1 millisecond. Okay, this will be the 1 millisecond, and the latency is going to be the ultra low, very few latency. You can say about there is very minimum latency, which is of 1 millisecond. Now, next, high reliable communication. Okay, in 5G, the last thing or the next thing which is going to be provided is the high reliable communication. High reliable communication means in 4G, which you are now using, in that when you are browsing or when you use the internet, when someone calls you or you receive any call, then at that time the calling facility and the browsing facility is not work together better. Okay, so to avoid this type of difficulties, this 5G, this fifth generation technology bring about high reliable communication. In this system, you all are able to communicate and use browsing or use internet at the same time. Okay, now moving toward the next part, this 5G technology is not a single technology. Listen here, this 5G technology is not a single technology but a combination of lots of technologies here. The 5G technology, you always heard about the 5G technology, but this 5G technology is not a single technology. This is the combination of lots of technologies, in which if we saw the sequences, or if we saw the serial wise the technologies which are involved in the 5G technologies, then first will come here as millimeter wave technology. Okay, millimeter wave technology, what is exactly is this? Is this millimeter wave technology use the frequency up to 100 gigahertz, frequency up to 100 gigahertz. This millimeter wave frequency, this millimeter wave technology use the frequency up to 100 gigahertz, which comes under the range of millimeter frequency. And because of this frequency wave comes under the millimeter frequency wave, so this technology is known as millimeter wave. And since this frequency wave of up to 100 gigahertz comes under the millimeter frequency wave up to of 30 to 300 gigahertz. Okay, so this millimeter wave technology use the frequency up to 100 gigahertz, which comes under the frequency of millimeter frequency wave of 30 to 300 gigahertz. Okay, now while in 4G technology, if we compare the millimeter wave of the 4G technology with the 5G technology, so here you saw the millimeter wave of 5G technology, but in the 4G technology, the this frequency wave of was of only 126 gigahertz. In 4G, this was of only 126 gigahertz. So now you can imagine what will be the data speed, or what will be the browsing speed of 5G in compared to 4G. Here you see the 4G the frequency wave was only 126 gigahertz, but in 5G we are going to get the millimeter wave, which works on the frequency up to 100 gigahertz. Okay, so there will be a large data speed change. Now, what will be the advantage? What will be the advantage of the millimeter wave or the increased frequency wave? Here, so the high frequency wave, when we browse on the high frequency wave, this high frequency wave carries much more data much faster than the low frequency wave. Now move to the next part, massive multi-user MIMO. Massive multi-user MIMO. Here, what is the meaning of MIMO? Multiple input, multiple output. Here, when we talk about massive multi-user MIMO, then we have to implement. Now, if 5G technology is going to become in India, there will be a lots of challenges. There will be lots of problems. In which one problem is that the more antennas, there should be more antennas per unit. Here, unit means tower. If in any local area or in any villages or any rural areas, in any urban areas, at the tower or at the any unit, at any single unit, a lot of antennas should be implemented, so that in 5G technologies the coverage of a single unit or single antenna is very low. The coverage is very low. So in at any tower or at any unit, a lots of antenna is required. So in 5G technology, the massive multi-user means at any tower a lots of antenna is going to be implemented, and a single antenna have to be cover a small distance. So at that, the workload of a single antenna is going to be reduced, and when the workload of a single antenna is reduced, then the processing is going to be fast, then the latency is going to be decreased. So this massive multi-user MIMO, here a single antenna can introduce a single antenna can let to use the multi-user at a single time. Okay, now move to the next topic. Third, mobile edge computing. Mobile edge computing. What is meant by mobile edge computing, or MEC? MEC. Here I have told about that in massive multi-user MIMO, a single unit is provided by a lots of antennas. So a single antenna would have to cover a low area, or would have to cover a small area. And when a single antenna would have to cover a small area, then the computing a small area will be easier than the computing of a larger area. When a computing process is comes under a low area, then its processing is going to be fast, and its latency is going to be increased. And when the reduced amount of workload is given to a single antenna, then the processing is fast. Hence, the mobile edge computing and massive multi-user user MIMO and millimeter wave, these are the technologies which are going to be used in the 5G technologies. Okay, now move to the next part. See here, I have already told about that when first generation came, second generation came, third generation came, there is step by step evolution of technology or the networking system. When lastly 5G came, then when lastly 4G came, a bigger revolution came, created, which we have all seen. Now after the evolution of 4G, this is a time of implementing 5G technology, and you can imagine about the revolution or the system or the technology increment after the implementation of 5G technology. So what type of revolution is going to be created after the implementation of 5G technology is here. So what type of revolution is going to be created? A report told that a report about telecommunication or the 5G technology told that up to 2035, 13.2 trillion dollar, the global economy of $13.2 trillion is going to be created due to these 5G technologies. You imagine this vast economic impact of this 5G technology. This 5G technology is going to be create $13.2 trillion up to 2035, and not this single topic. If we look about the next here, 22.3 million job opportunities. See here, after not only the economic impact of $13.2 trillion up to 2035, this was also mentioned in that report that 22.3 million job opportunities is going to be created. And on what basis? First of all, in the networking system or the 5G technologies, OEMs means original equipment manufacturers. The job opportunities would be created in the various sectors, one of which is OEMs, original equipment manufacturers. The 5G technologies, if we depend on the foreign or the other countries about all the 5G technologies or all the equipments of the 5G technology, then this will not be in our favor. So we have to create, or we have to increase our technology so that the maximum equipments related to 5G technology could manufacture in India. So the job opportunities will be in original equipment manufacturers. Second, the operators. Okay, operators. These operators will be could be on the networking area, that is the at units or the antennas, or even in any companies or in any manufacturing original equipment manufacturing units. So now next, content providers. Now app developers. Since this 5G technology is going to be the a bigger revolution, so in this marketing system or in this computing system, a lots of apps is going to be developed. So app developer is also a basis of job opportunities now. And lastly, consumer. Okay, see here, since this 5G technology is going to be created this economic impact, this job opportunities, so while creating this type of economic or the job impact, this will going to be happen as a fast revolution. This 5G technology is going to be work as IoT. IoT means Internet of Things. Internet of Things means this 5G technology is not only connect the smartphone to smartphone or smartphone to PC. This 5G technology is going to be connect this smartphone or any PC with the appliances, with other appliances of our daily life, with other things. For example, you have heard about the driverless car or the any facilities. If you at home, and if you connect all the things, all the appliances of your house, which in which already the 5G technology was included, then you can operate all that appliances with only a single phone or a single device. So this Internet of Things means this 5G technology can operate, can introduce in anything. Internet of Things. Okay, Internet of Things. Things means any appliances. So here, see here that in order to compute or in order to control all the appliances with your phone or with your a single device, that all appliances should also have the system of 5G technology. Okay, now the advantage of this IoT or the Internet of Things means this leads the smart city. This leads with the implementation of smart cities or traffic implementation, traffic system, where all the management could be done from any single office or from any single unit. Now after that, mobile devices, and after that the advanced agriculture, all the agricultural inputs or the agricultural devices which are also going to be connected with 5G technologies. And this leads to the vast revolution or a vast changing in our agriculture sector also. Point wise benefits of 5G technology. Then point wise benefits of 5G technology. Then first benefit will I have already mentioned that. First, high data rate, and this data rate is going to be of 1 Gbps. I have already mentioned in the start of this video that this 5G technology is going to provide high data rate of 1 Gbps. Till now you all are using 4G data. Then in this 4G internet 4G technologies, you all maximum getting 40 or 50 Mbps, 20 Mbps, 30 Mbps, maximum 50 Mbps. But in 5G technology you will get the high data speed or high data rate of 1 Gbps. Okay, now second, ultra low latency. Ultra low latency, and this will be of 1 millisecond. Ultra low latency I have already mentioned about, already discussed about what is the latency. So in the time gap between the input and output while browsing anything in the on the internet, the latency will be decreased up to 1 millisecond. Okay, now third, high reliable communication. High reliable communication established while we use browsing or while we use internet. We would be able to communicate at that time also. Okay, now fourth, less battery usage. Less battery usage. There could be a myth in your mind that while giving a higher technology or while getting 5G technologies, there should be a higher battery usage, but not. After having 5G technologies, the battery usage will be reduced. The low battery usage will be required. Okay. Now, the fifth is machine to machine communication. Machine to machine communication could be established after coming the 5G technology. Machine to machine communication could also be established while and all the machines or all the appliances could be operated from a single device or single smartphones which are in your hand. Okay, now the sixth is, and I think this will be the final, driverless cars. Okay, now so here all the benefits. First of all, high data speed which will be going to of 1 Gbps, ultra low latency which will be going to be the minimum 1 millisecond, that is the ultra low latency. And third, high reliable communication can be established after gaining the 5G technologies. Less battery usage, machine to machine communication, and driverless cars. You have all heard that in upcoming time driverless car could be came. So this driverless car could be came in India only after having the 5G technologies. Okay, now we are going to discuss about the most important topic of this lecture, and this is going to be the challenges which could be faced. The challenges which could be faced while implementing the 5G technology. So here we have all heard about the benefits of what is technology, what is 5G technology, what could be its benefits. The report about $13.2 trillion economy is going to be created, maximum job opportunity that is of 22.3, and in that report also mentioned that 208 million new subscribers is going to be created after getting fifth generation of technology. So while having this lots of profit, and after having this type of maximum opportunities, there could be a lots of challenges. So in the series of challenges, the first challenges is going to be of technical challenges. Okay, technical challenges. What could be the technical challenges? So here first is availability of spectrum. As I have already mentioned in the starting of this video, that in while implementing the 5G technologies, a lots of units and a lots of antennas per unit is required to be implemented. So this is going to be a lots of financial challenges also. This could create a lots of financial challenges in rural areas, in urban areas. There should be a lots of units and a lots of antennas per unit is should be implemented. So in this segment, the technical challenges is that availability of spectrum. at per unit maximum number of antennas should be implemented. So this vast implementation or this vast technological implement could create a challenge before the 5G technology implementation. Okay, now the second is electronic equipment manufacturers. At present, you all are aware that India is maximum depend on the foreigners about the technological plans or the technological implementations. So in the 5G technology implementation, India should be implement, or India should be manufacture its own equipment in India. Okay, so the technical challenges is second will going to be the electronic equipment manufacturers, that all the equipments or all the electronic equipments which is going to be used in the 5G technology should be manufactured in India itself. Okay, the second is going to be the financial challenge. If you are aware, then you know about that 60 to 70 billion dollar is going to be invested if 5G technology is implemented in India, or the implementation of 5G technology is processed in India. Then it creates a financial inputs of about 60 to 70 billion dollar, and this is the huge amount. For the telecom companies, about the Jio, Vodafone India, Airtel, or any telecom for any telecom companies or telecom industries. This is the huge amount of 60 to 70 billion dollar, and this is going to be a large challenge which is faced by the 5G technology implementation. Now the third is infrastructural challenge. The main point in infrastructural challenge is backhaul infrastructure. What is the word backhaul is actually means that while when we transmit from one generation to another generation, when we jump from fourth generation to fifth generation, the development or the technical issues or all these challenges or all the transmissions happened between this transmission all comes under the backhaul. So while implementing the 5G technologies, this backhaul infrastructure challenge could also be faced, that all the systematic transformation or all the technical transformation between the 4G and 5G should be mentioned or should be maintained. So this is also a big challenge.